Good afternoon. It is 3:06 on Sunday. Sorry. And I'm on my way home from my boyfriend's. Anybody watching? How you doing? How you been? I hope it's nicer where you are. It is cloudy, gray, cold, and rainy here right now. It is, my car says it's like 6 degrees Celsius, right? It's cold. It's cold. I don't like it. However, sadly, it's warmer right here than it is in my boyfriend's place right now. Fuck, it's cold. I think it's technically warmer in the car. I got heat on. My boyfriend lives in this house that's been made into 2 apartments. So the people up front have like an upper and lower, more house type area. And my boyfriend has the back that's like, it's an apartment, right? It's just 1 floor. It's very small. It's 2 bedrooms, a hallway, a laundry room, a living room, kitchen combo, and a bathroom. That's it. It's tiny. But the people up front control the heat, and apparently they don't believe in using said heat. It is cold. When I left, my boyfriend was actually playing with the idea of just turning his oven on and opening the door to get some heat in the house. And then he was like, nah, fuck it. I got to pay for electric. So yeah, that's not happening. Go up front and tell those motherfuckers to turn the goddamn heat on. That's what you do. Like, fuck's sakes. God. Anywho. Poor him, but he won't do that, so he can suffer, whatever. I said, if this is what it's going to be like in the winter, I'm not fucking coming here. I'm not coming here to freeze. I have heat at home. You come to my fucking house. Like, yeah. Not coming here to freeze my ass off. Nope. This will be my last visit to that apartment until summer. Well, and hopefully by Christmas he'll be in the house, so here's hoping. Unbelievable. But I got over to his place yesterday. I left my place probably around 8:30 in the morning. And I think I got to his place shortly after 9. Maybe 20 after 9, something like that. They didn't stop for gas, so you have to stop for gas on the way home. So, there's that. I was going to go over Friday after work, but he'd said to me in a text like earlier in the week that he had all this stuff to do, right? He was looking at flooring for the house, and he'd said something about going up to visit his son and whatever. So I was like, okay, well, I'll see you when I see you, right? And then we got to talking Friday night, and he was going on about, you know, he was bored and lonely and whatever. And he has been in a right mood for probably about a month now. He goes in these ebbs and flows, and I just kind of back off because it pulls me down, and I don't need any help with that. So it's like, fuck, I'll see you when I see you, bro. Whatever. So I said to him Friday night, you know, I said I was toying with the idea of just saying fuck it and coming down Friday. But you said you had all this shit to do. And he was like, well, you can come if you want. I was like, well, I'm not coming now because it's dark, and I won't drive in the dark. I won't drive in the dark in town, never mind, like out in the country. That's just not happening. I do not like night driving. My night vision is garbage. I'm not willing to do it. I don't care. I said so. I mean, it's got to be a wicked emergency for me to be driving at night. I do not like it. So I said, well, tonight's out of the question. Sorry about your luck, bro. Because by then it was like fucking 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Like, yeah, that's not happening. No. At this time of year, I need to leave town by like 5 at the latest, okay? So I said, I'll come down Saturday. I will leave my house by about 9 o'clock, right? Like at the latest. And he's like, okay, well, I've got all this stuff that I do want to go do. He says, if you want to come with, he says, can you come down earlier? And I said, I can come down a little earlier, not by much though. Like, I'm not getting up at 7. You ain't paying me. I don't get up before 8 o'clock unless I'm getting paid, okay? So he laughed. He's like, okay. I'm just saying, I want to see you and spend time and whatever, but I'm not fucking getting up at 7 o'clock to do so. So I got up at 8, and I was out the door by 8:30-ish. So stopped and grabbed coffee, and then I texted him and said, I've got my coffee, I'm on the way. That way I didn't have to stop like at this halfway point, which I prefer to do. I prefer to get out and do a little walk around the parking lot. I don't travel well. Whether I'm driving or not, I don't travel well. Need a minute in between point A and point B to walk around a little bit. But I didn't. So I got there, I don't know, 9:15, 20 after 9, something like that. And by about, I don't know, maybe 11:30 at the latest, we went out to the flooring place he wanted to check out. And we checked out that store from top to bottom. We looked high and low in that store. And found a few things of interest for him. And he was like, I don't know. I said, well, take pictures of it, because you're going to forget. Take pictures of what strikes your fancy. I said, you're going to come back. You're not buying today. You're going to come back probably next weekend. So take pictures. You know, if you meet with your house people sometime during the week, show it to them. Like the guy who did the drawing or whatever. Like, the thing is, we're both having a hard time visualizing it finished, because right now it's literally just, I mean, they've got the outside skeleton done and the insulation, all that stuff. The inside is not drywalled or anything yet. So when you like do a walkthrough, it's literally just a bunch of fucking wood, right? So we're both having a very hard time visualizing everything. And of course, he wants to do everything all fancy and whatever. Like, I don't know, he's bougier than I am. I don't know. I'm just like, you know what? Pick a flooring and fucking put it down everywhere. Like, it's what I did when I redid my floors. I picked a flooring and would just fucking throw it the house. Done. Done. I'm not buying, no. Short and sweet, to the point, done. I'm not fucking around. It's flooring. I want it to be durable and easy to clean, and we happy. It's fine. He wants a mixture of flooring and tile and fucking like a wood type look and whatever, bro. Do you? It's your house. I fucking care. So we went and did that, and actually found some really interesting things that I think it would be different. I think it would look cool. And he seemed to think so in store, and then throughout the day we're talking about it and he's waffling. He's like, whatever. Well, we took pictures, so you've got it. Like, it's whatever. Do you? I don't, it's not my house. Like, this morning he was telling me the one, I don't know which bathroom it is because there's 2 or 3 bathrooms. One of them he wanted to do tile, like all tile, like the floors, the walls, all this fucking like large tile. I was like, do you, bud? Like, I don't care. It sounds very cheap motelish to me, but it's your house, man. Do you? I get tiling the wall, like it's a glass, he's having a glass shower. All of them are glass showers. I get having the 1 or 2 walls that are not glass. I get tiling that. Slate, tile, whatever the fuck it is you want to do. I get that. The whole damn bathroom? What? Yeah, yeah. And what else was he going on about last night? I think it was last night. He was going on about mirrors in the bathroom. He wants these mirrors. You can get these mirrors that they light up underneath, and then there's like a part like a frame that lights up in the front of the mirror. I've seen these mirrors. The ones that I've seen are the ones that are lit. There's like a frame that lights up around the front of the mirror. And they're activated by touch. I personally hate them because, one, when I'm cleaning them, they turn on and they're stupid bright. My eyes don't take well to bright light. And it's blinding. I don't understand how you can do anything with that fucking light shining right in your face. And they're a bitch to clean because they turn off and on, off and on, off and on. And then it's because it's touch, you have to touch the button to turn it off, and then you've got a smudge on again. It's just... He's looking at these, and I'm like, he's like, what do you think? I said, doesn't matter what I think. If they do you, whatever. I don't know what you're going to use all that light around the mirror for. Like, you don't do makeup. You're a dude. I mean, unless you're in there popping pimples, you want to see real good. I don't get it, but do you? I mean, shit. That's when I told him he was bougie. I'm like, you are so bougie. Like, Jesus Christ. I had no idea you were this bougie. He's laughing. I'm bougie. Yes, you are bougie, dude. Jesus. I don't know. My taste must be cheap as fuck. I don't know. I just want it done. I want it to look decent. I want it to be durable, but most importantly, I want it to be able to clean easily. I'm not fucking around. And then he got all tizzy with me. He was going on, couldn't figure out how to do the bottom of the showers. And I was like, I said, well, for you, judging from what I've seen over the years, I suggest you do a darker base for your shower. And he looked at me and I said, well, that way you won't see any of the buildup. He's like, you dirty, you nasty, you don't clean, okay? Like, he kept saying the townhouse that he lived in before he sold and bought the house that burnt down, he always said he didn't care, he was planning on selling it, whatever. I was like, the fact of the matter is you own the fucking thing and you live there. Like, take some pride in it, okay? I think in the years after his mom died that he was in that townhouse, it got, like, spick and spanned once, and that was me. I did that as best I could with whatever the fuck he had laying around. He was off doing a snowplow job or something. And so he left in the middle of the night. So when I got up in the morning, I had nothing to do. I didn't have data on my phone and he didn't have Wi-Fi. So I cleaned the house. I texted him and I was like, do you have any cleaning stuff? He said, I don't know. I said, okay, well, whatever. I found what I found and I did what I could. I scrubbed it. His shower was nasty, nasty. I mean, as a mechanic, if you don't clean your shower every now and again, oh my dear Lord. Yeah, scrubbed everything. He came home and was like, oh, wow. I'm like, yeah. And I don't think it ever really happened again. Until we sold it. When he put it up for sale, I went over there and I spent a weekend scrubbing that fucking place. And then the house he got that burnt down, that he's replacing now, got cleaned once before it burnt down, and I cleaned it. I went over, I think it was on a long weekend, and I spent, like, was it a full day? I think it was a full day. It took me all fucking, and I mean, like, we took a break to go have dinner, and when we came back, I finished it. Like, I mean, all day into the evening, scrubbing that place, literally from ceiling to baseboard to floor. It was insane. I worked mad hard on that house, and then, like, weeks later, the fucker burned to the ground. I was so mad. It's like, you don't clean. Don't give me that shit about when you have your own house or whatever that you, no. You don't clean. Get everything dark. Because when I come over, I don't want to see it. Because I'm not cleaning your fucking house. I don't live here. I don't go here. He got all up in a tizzy. Like, I'm just saying, from what I've seen, you nasty. So I don't think I'll be going on any more trips with him to look at shit. Like, just get everything black, bro. It's funny. Yeah, if I don't live there, I ain't cleaning it. I'm just saying. But we had a good time. We came home, and, well, actually, on our way home, we stopped, and because we were in London, we ended up in London, and stopped at the Mandarin, because you can't go to London and not hit the Mandarin. I mean, the only thing good about going into London is the Mandarin, so I hate that city. Fucking hate London. But the Mandarin is kick-ass. So we ended up there for like lunch, dinner, and had a pretty good feast. It was a good time. But then, of course, it's all carbs, right? So on the way home, we're both dying. Because we've loaded up on, you know, Chinese fried noodles and the dessert buffet. So we're like, we had to stop at a gas station, and he grabbed a couple of, what are they, Red Bulls or Monsters or whatever the hell it is that he drinks, those energy drinks. And once we got out of London, we stopped and got me a coffee. The traffic was so bad. It was so bad. And for no reason. Like, you're dead at a dead stop at a green light. It's like, really? Fucking people need to learn how to drive. I don't know what it is about city people, but big city people, like major cities, they don't know how to drive, and I don't understand. I don't understand. Whatever. I mean, my town's not better. My town's a relatively small town, and they can't drive either. It's horrible. But we got back to his place, and he puts on movies, and he doesn't tell me what the, because I need bifocals in the worst way. I can see enough to, like, see, but I can't, like, read. So I had no idea what he put on. He doesn't tell me. He doesn't give me a synopsis. He just throws a movie on and leaves me to sink or swim. But it was some movie with, oh, who the hell? Will Smith, which I thought was odd, considering what's going on with him. I cannot watch him and take him seriously. I think he's such a fool. Oh my God. But who was the other one? It was a woman. It was like a, I don't know, they were like, not robbers, but they were thieves. They were like pickpockets and shit. The hell? The chick from, the chick who played Harley Quinn. I can never remember her name. Can't remember her name. But she was in it too. It was an okay movie. Like I said, I am not a Will Smith fan. I cannot watch anything by him anymore. And yeah, he's just a very sad human being. Very odd dude. It's kind of like watching anything with Tom Cruise. Like, he's just weird. I can't get into it. I don't care how well it's written or whatever. Yeah, it just hits funny. But it was alright. It was alright. And then we watched... Oh, we finally watched Talk to Me. I have been waiting and dying, and oh, I wanted to see it so bad. I was so excited. And it was finally on HD on this streaming service that we use. Because it was Cam for the longest time. And I have to say, I was severely disappointed. I hated it. It was so dumb. It could have been so great. It was horrible. It sucked monkey butt. It was terrible. I do not recommend it. I mean, yeah, it was awful. Everything about it was absolutely awful. And then we watched one more. Well, I watched it. I don't think my boyfriend watched it. He doesn't like musicals, okay? And I'm such an asshole. I was like, have you ever seen A Nightmare Before Christmas? And he looked at me and I said, it's a Tim Burton movie. It's a form of animation. I think it's claymation or something. But it's a huge hit in my house. We love Tim Burton and we love Nightmare Before Christmas. So he's like, whatever, and he put it on. He slowly began to realize it was a musical. He's looking at me. I was like, hey man, you could turn it off if you want, but this movie makes me very happy. I love this movie. It stayed on. I won. But he didn't watch it at all. I don't think he watched it at all. But while we were sitting there watching, I think we were watching Talk to Me. And he's got two couches. One, you kind of have to watch the TV from the side and it's annoying. So I moved over to the couch beside him. And you're like sitting on top of each other, right? And it's not a comfortable couch at all. It sucks. But it's cheap and it does the trick for now. So I had said to him earlier, like when I got there, like I have my e-cigarette now. I brought a couple cigarettes with me, which I haven't had yet. I have not had a cigarette in the last 2 days. Well, day and a half right now. I might have one later. We'll see. But I said, depending on who I talk to, like Boo Boo says it doesn't smell bad. Monkey says it smells like really bad in the car, but it's not so bad in the house. So I said, I'm going to take a few hauls off it. You let me know. And because Monkey doesn't smoke anything at all. I'm still coming off of cigarettes. And so nicotine doesn't register in my nose. And Boo Boo smokes the devil's lettuce. So our noses are a little different than somebody who smokes nothing, right? So I took a couple good hauls off, and he was like, nah, he says, I can smell a little something. And I said to him, do you want me to go outside to do this, or, right? And I never got a straight answer. He's horrible for that. It drives me batshit crazy. So as we were watching, and I'd been hauling off, now I didn't do it in the car, because I know it's much stronger in a small space, according to Monkey anyway. So I didn't use it in the car. But when we were out and about, like in parking lots or whatever, like, I'd take a couple good hauls off it. He never said nothing to me about it because it blows all over the place, and he didn't say anything. So when we were sitting back at the apartment, and I was sitting beside him on the couch, and I had been puffing when I was on the other couch, and he never said anything. So I took a couple puffs while we were watching Talk to Me, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, you're just gonna sit right beside me and do that now, aren't you? And he's like, I'm just gonna lean away from you. And I was like, well, like, fuck, you haven't said anything. Fucking say something. Do you want me to go outside? And again, he never said, don't do it in the house, please go outside. Nothing like that, right? So from that point on, I just took it upon myself. Whenever I wanted to take a haul, I just fucking went outside. But I'm here to tell you, come the wintertime, that shit ain't happening. Like, no fucking way. You don't like it, you can come to my goddamn house. Like, I'm done. I'm not accommodating you anymore. I was so frustrated. Fucking answer me. Just tell me. Whatever, man. But we had a good night. And I think by about 11:30, when Nightmare Before Christmas was over, he pieced out and went to bed. It was still too early for me. I can't go to bed. That's too early. I waited until about midnight, 12:30, and I was like, okay, it's time. It's time. We can go to bed now. But it was nice. And then I think I got up around 10. He'd been up for a while, I imagine. And I took a walk down the street and grabbed a coffee. It's been raining. Oh, we can turn the heat down in here now. Woo. And then, yeah, I just sat on the couch and had my coffee and a muffin, and his kid called, so we talked to him for a little bit, and he was just going through his phone looking for decor ideas for the house and stuff. So by about 2:30, I was like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go start supper and gas the car and, you know, get back into mom mode. So I peaced out, but I had to stop and grab another coffee. So I thought, well, we'll vlog real quick and try to get back on some sort of schedule. I know it's been very sporadic the last week or two, so. But that's what's been up with me this weekend. I'm going to start heading home now, and like I said, I got to stop and gas the car. Can't forget to do that. I called Boo Boo when I got up this morning and told him, talk to your brother, decide what you want for dinner, and then take it out of the freezer and, you know, bag it up and put it in the sink with some cold water so that something's thawed when I get home, because if not, y'all are going hungry. I'll make Monkey a grilled cheese or something. He'd be happy with that, and you can fucking order something. I could care less if I eat or not. So, I mean, I have a couple of food bags still at the house, so I could care less. So we'll see if they did that. But I'm gonna boot, so anybody watching, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Take care of yourself, and we'll talk later.